So if you were able to see behind me and take a look at how the fence line has been realigned, you'll see that from right center field all the way to the dugout seats here in dead right field, we've moved the fences in. It varies in distance from 5 feet to 11 feet as far as the reduction is concerned. And as you can probably, you'll be able to see the outline of the previous fence, and then, of course, the outline of the original cement footings when Citi Field was first opened. You know, a little more scoring, a few more home runs, add to the entertainment quotient, if you will. But also, we have looked at it on a somewhat cursory basis to determine how much impact it would have on us versus our opponents, and we're comfortable that at worst it would be 50-50, and at best give us a little more of an advantage. I think what we try to do is take the dimensions out of the in the ballpark out of the conversation, so it's not something that gets discussed often in the media. It's not something that's discussed by our players. It's not something that our fans are overly cognizant of. It's just a ballpark, and that the overall dimensions are fair and somewhat neutral. I've said before that they approximate Shea Stadium. This area in right field, the distance would be a little shorter than Shea. But at the same time, we don't think the same wind pattern exists here that existed at Shea because of how the stadium is enclosed. So even though the distance is a little shorter in this area, it ought to play similarly to the conditions at Shea. We looked at it against the numbers last season, and there would have been 27 home runs. By our calculation, 27 more home runs, 17 by the Mets, 10 by the opposition. Our left-handed hitters would have benefited by 14 of those 17. And if you look at the pitchers that gave up the additional home runs, it was really negligible in terms of the guys that we use on a routine basis. So, but that's a small sample. I think our assumption is that this will not significantly adversely affect us, and we think it could be a positive.